Well, g'day guys, Rick from Exploring Off the Grid. Well, I've had the trucks just over 12 months now, so I thought it was about time to talk you through what I like, what I don't like. Look, I've had them everywhere from Cape York twice, Victorian High Country, Simpson Desert, Fraser Island. We've been everywhere, so in all terrains. Well, I'll run you through it, what I like, what I don't. Let's take a look. Righto, where do we start? All Terrain Warriors, they do all the bar work and all the suspension work for us. Fantastic. I love the look of the bars on both trucks. The bar work around the cab, we've done a lot of pushing through trees. They've copped to hiding. The mirror's copped to hiding. Everything's held up really, really well. Lights, been really good. I'm not unhappy with them at all. We do have a new truck, just been delivered, which I've put Narvas on these ones. And Narva don't sponsor us in any way, but they are mint. So much clearer light than what we've had previously. Again, not bagging these in any way, they've been fantastic and I'd recommend them. But the Narvas are just that next stage. So that's really cool. Sherpa winch, that's had its fair bit of work. Back up at the Cape, pulling out of the Gunshot and a few other places. 25,000 pound, flawless, absolutely fantastic. Can't complain about that at all. The Founders tyres from All Terrain. So they're a mud tyre, so they are softer, they perform fantastic. They do wear what you would expect from mud terrain, so you're not going to get the life of an all terrain. You go to a mud terrain for the performance, so fantastic. I'm really happy with them. I've put them on the next truck, so that's a testament to them. Coupled with the King shocks, the ride quality. When you drive one of these before the suspension upgrades and the parabolic springs, they are shocking. All Terrain go through, as I said, parabolics, King shocks, they're adjustable, chalk and cheese. The Airbag Man's airbag system, awesome. So it allows me to adjust each corner remotely from inside the cab. So if I'm uneven or if I'm leaning against something, which I have been before, I was beside a tree, stuck in a bit of a tyre groove, so I was able to pump up one side and lower the other, and that got me away just enough that I didn't cause any damage to the awnings and side of the canopy. So that was real handy at the time. So coupled with the Stratos seats, everything just works together, so nice and comfortable. They do get a little bit squeaky. Every now and then we have to give them a bit of a spray just so they're not squeaking as we're bouncing down the tracks, but super comfy. Centre console from All Terrain, fantastic. Gives you a spot to put all your gear, your keys, wallet, the cup holders on the front, so that's really good. And sound deadening from Superior Sound Solutions. Fantastic, I would not do it again. So the first truck didn't have it. This truck I did, and I've just picked up a new truck without it, and it's going straight down to get that done. So I highly recommend the sound deadening from Superior. He uses the Car Builders product, really good. And a big stereo system I've put in this one, so I'll do that too. They are a truck, so it's not quite like driving a luxury car or anything. So the speakers that come with a Isuzu truck, yeah, a bit ordinary. So it's worth investing in some better speakers at least and a bit of a stereo system. And that way I've got CarPlay, so you want to be able to hear you talk on your phone clearly and hear a bit of music on them long days. So just makes them extra little comforts when we're doing big miles. Again, Simon from Superior Sound done that and absolutely wrapped with that. So moving to the back. Dual tanks, great, good range. I'm more than happy with the range with two tanks, 280 litres in total. In here, Evercool fridges, work good. One thing I probably don't like about the Evercool fridges, the catch up here. It just feels a little bit, yeah, a little bit ordinary. They could have done a better job on that. The fridge, as I said, cools, keeps the beers and food cold, no problem at all. And being that catch is that high, I've had to add a handle here and a little stopper so that we actually don't lock that now. When the door's shut, that actually holds the fridge door closed. So a little modification that we've made to just make it that much better. Switch panel's nice and easy. We've got the Victron screen from out, and I'll show you the 12-volt system on the other side when we get there. It tells me everything that my battery system is doing. Everything here is labelled, so I know where to turn a water pump on, turn my lights on, flick the switch for the rooftop tent. I've got the compressor on and off here, hot water system, extend my awnings, all of that. Simple as, really good. More than happy with that. Bit of a spot up there just to shove a table if I ever put a table out. Rarely do I use it, but it's just there. All right, moving forward, the dynamic canopy. Mate, what can I say about Dynamic? Nailed it from the first truck. This one's just had a few little modifications on where we put the shelves, but everything on the Dynamic canopy, and I'll run through everything that I like, I've got nothing bad at all to say. It's copped a flogging. Brilliant. Everything from the kitchen. We've got plenty of power. We've got the microwaves and the 12-volt ovens. All the storage in here. As I said, the next one I've just may change around the actual layout to just suit us. We may actually just keep the sink in here, but that's a personal choice. So that's really good. The best part about this setup is the boat loader on the top. So by having the tinny on the roof, all I need to do is push a button and it'll raise the tinny. We don't have to take it off. We don't have to unstrap it. So at night time, if you're not using it, simple as. So that the actuators on that, I think, are rated for 300 kilos. So the tinny's only 100-ish. So that handles it, no problems at all. I love the electric awnings, Fiamma awnings on there. Look, they're not the strongest awning. They're a little bit flimsy when they're out, but I just keep an eye on it. If the wind comes up, I put them in. The fact that it's electric, you press a button, out they come. Yeah, I'm happy with them, so that's good. All the lighting's good. And all the strip lights, our Shervy brand, that all works good with the cool white and the amber. Plenty of storage in the boxes underneath. That's all great. I did sit it on its butt up at Cape York on the main series we done, so I have had that replaced and a door, but that actually had the whole weight of the truck sitting on that, and all it done was push up this little hinge a little bit, and it didn't quite shut on this lock, but it was still functional for ages. So I used it for quite a while before I had it replaced, and the door, but that's the driver's fault, no one else's. Spare on the back, and I have one spare underneath, which you can possibly see down through here. No, you can't. The rear bar blocks that. But yeah, that spare, the same winch that lowers the tinny and raises the tinny, we can put a strap around that so I don't have to lug it and lift it up. We can just raise and lower it with a little Sherpa winch that's on the top. And the same with the outboard. So we've got a cradle that can go around that. Most of the time, two blokes, we just lift it off. But if I'm on my own, put a cradle around it, lower and raise it, and it's a simple job. So again, 25,000 pound Sherpa at the back. All the power of the Anderson plugs, in and out for our water, fill point, and we just put a little thing on there for when we're washing our hands. So that's all working good. I shove my shovel up the side there, so it's a good little spot to hide a long-handled shovel without it being in the way. Reversing cameras down here, everything there, happy days, so I'm really happy with that. Coming around to this side, another Fiamma awning, as I explained before. So the one difference that we did make from the first truck and this truck, this one being the main one that I drive, is the wall that we put in. We've since added it, or I've added it to the second one. George done that down at Dynamic. So that just cordons off the living space, ladder out, gives us plenty of living space. They're so airy, so even in the hot summer, with the insulation that's on the roof, especially the tinny that keeps the sun off the roof as well, cool as. So that's fantastic. 2 Sirocco fans, keeps us nice and cool if need be. So that, I wouldn't change a thing there, that's really good. This one here was added with a box for porta toilet, so when my wife Marina comes, she's got somewhere to hide that away. It also acts as a step to get up into the bed. Round to here, love the Clearview electric drop slide. That's just cool as, makes getting the beer out nice and simple. You're not fighting with handles and dropping it. In the last few weeks, I've added all this Milwaukee pack out stuff. That's cool stuff. So yeah, I went to town on that. So I've used up all that extra space that was really just open and not being used. 12 volt system. Well, in this case, it's a 24 volt system, which converts it back down to 12 volt. Big Victron system. So my guys back at Solar and Sat put all this in. Tons of power. Overkill, but if anyone's got to have an overkill power system, I suppose it's got to be me. So no issues at all with that. It's worked great. Into this box. So George at Dynamic, he's put this on a slide. So in here I've got, I've added, this one we just use as a laundry box for dirty washing clothes. In here we've got a chainsaw and all the chainsaw gears in there. Some extra storage for Makita gear, torches, just bits and pieces of junk. This one I keep a chair, as well as a top, another chair for Marina when we're travelling. In behind that we have the Sherpa big air compressor. Can't see it in behind, but trust me, that one's in there. Up the top here, shower tent, that all works great. The shower tent, because of the way it's fixed, it gets a little bit flexy. No fault of anything there, it's just the way it's mounted. So I just use 2 poles which I store in here just to support this side, so it just gives it a bit more sturdier sitting there. So, and we can put max tracks and a few bits and pieces in the middle. So again, all that's working really good. Well guys, the Isuzu has been treating us fantastic, so there's nothing really major that I'd change, only little personal choices. This one here has had the wrap taken off. Our Cape York trips and a few others that we've done, copped a flogging, so it's been stripped back, ready for a bit of a change there. And our new project, so back around here, single cab. Basically with this one here, we're going to run a bigger canopy, so I don't have the need to have kids or anything in the back of a crew cab, so I'm going to build a single cab just to see what the difference is. The big advantage is we can hold more water, so we're able to put 2 fuel tanks on the driver's side, 250 litre water tank here, and still have water under the new canopy that we build. So this is an exciting build coming up, so stay tuned, we'll show you that as it progresses. Like always guys, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you've got any ideas on what we should do on the single cab, chuck a comment below and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much.